Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Anthony's Horror and More. And today I want to show you guys my entire Paramount Steelbook collection. I thought it would be, I just recently reorganized my entire movie collection and everything. I went ahead and did it by studio label. So I've got Paramount together, Warner Brothers together, Universal together, Lionsgate together, all that stuff. And then I've got my boutique labels like Scream Factory and Arrow and stuff like that over here. I got my superhero stuff in this red cabinet. So yeah, I just thought it would be fun to come on, make a video. I know it's been a while since I've been on. I think it's been about 12 days or something like that. Maybe even 13 after this uploads, by the time it uploads. But, I've just been busy with work and shit like that. You guys know how it goes. But I'm back now, and let's go ahead and show you guys these steelbooks. Please, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share the video around. I'd appreciate it. Here we go. First up, everybody's favorite box set. The Indiana Jones 4K collection, which I actually really do like this box set. I think it's pretty nice. I understand the actual box itself isn't the best, conceived design ever. You know what I mean? But it's not bad. I mean, I think it's fine. And I think the steelbooks are really cool. I actually love the designs on these. A lot of people can't stand them, but. Or maybe they can't. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people complain about the artwork and stuff on these. I think it looks badass. I think it suits Indiana Jones very well. Because you always see his silhouette when the sun's rising or setting or whatever. So, that's kind of what the artwork represents there, the reds and the oranges and the yellows. It's like the sun setting or rising. And then you just have Indiana Jones with his classic whip, and then on the back you've got the relic, or whatever he's, on the hunt for, basically. So I just think that's really cool. I don't know. I like these quite a bit. Yeah. Oh, here's, this is Lost Ark. Really nice inside artwork, too. Yeah. And here's Temple of Doom. And these just came with the 4K disc, no Blu-ray or anything. Alright. We got The Last Crusade. And you got Indy and his daddy right there, the great Sean Connery. Really cool. And then everybody's favorite Indiana Jones film. I have a feeling people are gonna be fucking sucking this movie's dick after the the newest Indiana Jones movie comes out. I got news for you, because I don't think that movie is gonna be that good, but we'll see. I think people are gonna look back on. I think they're gonna look back on this movie pretty fondly after they see that movie. I just have this weird feeling, but we'll see. We'll see. I actually don't mind Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I mean, it's goofy. It's kind of cartoony at times, but I actually don't think it's a bad movie. I mean, it's a pretty fun watch for the most part. It's just got some kind of cartoony, like when he's flying, in the refrigerator after that, nuke goes off or whatever. That's goofy. When they're swinging from the trees, like monkeys or whatever, when they're all swinging from the trees, that's pretty goofy too. But there's a lot of cool stuff in there as well. And, I think Harrison Ford still brings it for the most part. So, I don't know. All right. We got Top Gun Maverick, Mr. Tom Cruise. We got him on his motorcycle. Tom loves riding on his motorcycles. I think he's on a goddamn motorcycle in almost every movie. He loves it. Loves doing his own stunts, and he loves riding on motorcycles, And he actually did fly jets for this movie in Top Gun here. I mean, he does all of his own stunts and stuff. It's just so crazy. But I just thought, Top Gun Maverick, this was such a fun movie theater experience. If you ever get a chance again to go check this out in theaters, definitely do so, especially if it's like a nice IMAX screening or something. Like, that was so damn good to see in theaters. Got some more Tom Cruise. How about a little Rogue Nation? Once again on a motorcycle. Hanging from a plane. It's like, Jesus. Cracks me up. Yeah, I love the Mission Impossible franchise. It's like my generation's James Bond, basically. I'm way more of a fan of Ethan Hunt and the Mission Impossible movies than I am the 007 movies. And I think that's probably just because I grew up watching these. But I think the Mission Impossible movies just get better and better as they go along. Honestly. I love that silhouette of Tom Cruise there. I think that's cool. And then there he is, hanging off a helicopter. I like how they always show, like, his crazy-ass stunts that he does, like, in each, on each of these Steelbooks. I think that's actually pretty cool. All right. Yeah, Pretty in Pink. What does that say? I just wanted them to know that they didn't break me. Yeah, I'm a really big fan of The Breakfast Club, so I wanted to watch this movie too, just to see, like, this was my first time watching it when I got this Steelbook, actually, and I thought it was pretty good. Not as good as The Breakfast Club, but still a fun, like, 80s rom-com type movie, if you're in the mood for that kind of thing. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. All right. They're the Addams Family. There we go. Love the purples and greens on this. Really nice. Classic 90s comedy, family movie. They just don't really make them like this anymore. It's got that dark edge to it that they used to put in, like, kids' movies back in the day that they don't really do anymore. Yeah. Wayne's World, party time, excellent. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Well, there's Wayne's World. And I like how it has all the quotes on there. Then you got the Laverne and Shirley scene in there that they're duplicating. And then, yeah, it's just got all these quotes. We're not worthy, we're not worthy. Marriage is punishment for shoplifting in some countries. Are you mental? Live in the now. It's sucking my will to live. I once thought I had mono for an entire year. It turned out I was just really bored. If you're gonna spew into this. Excuse me? Baking powder? Monkeys might fly out of my butt. Like, this is... I do have one plan. Like, it's just all the quotes from the movie on there. Yeah, love Wayne's World. Just a fun movie if you're in the mood to laugh, whatever. You can put that on anytime. It's just fun watch. Warriors come out to play. Hell yeah, man. That's such a badass look. I love that fucking black and white on the back. So cool. Now, this is going to be a running theme you'll see with some of these Steelbooks. You see these little sparks here? Like somebody lit a fucking sparkler and went like this, Like, you're going to notice when Paramount doesn't feel like putting, like, real, like, artwork inside of here, they use the sparklers. You're going to see that on a few different Steelbooks here. All right. How about a little War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise? Another Tom Cruise movie. Love that inside artwork. I think that's so cool. I remember I saw this in theaters and I loved it, you know. I've actually never seen the original War of the Worlds, but I thought this was excellent. You know, it's a Steven Spielberg film. Just a lot of fun. And I really like the ending. Some people bitch about the ending, but I actually think it's a cool ending just because it's different than you see in most like Hollywood action sci-fi type movies, you know. Terminator, Dark Fate. Everyone's favorite Terminator film. Yeah, Terminator Dark Fate was like kind of just meh. You know, I didn't really care for it. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but it was just, you know, too much CGI, too much, just not a good story, just kind of a very average, boring, blah kind of story, you know. I do love the way this endoskeleton looks here, though. I think that looks badass. But this guy, who actually, he is a decent actor. I forgot his, Gabriel Luna, I think is his name, I believe. He's actually a decent actor, but they just didn't give him shit to do in this movie. I mean, I get that he's, you know, there to just be the killer machine, you know what I mean? But like even his look, I mean, he's just got like a checkered plaid shirt on and some like, I think, you know, khakis or some shit, you know. His whole look is just so boring. If he had looked like this with the, you know, this like Air Force uniform type thing here, like if he had been wearing this the entire time, I think that would have been really badass. You know, this like you know, flight jacket, flight uniform type thing that he's wearing, that would have at least looked cool. But he's usually he just kind of looks like a regular dude, you know. And I get it, you know, I mean, he's fitting in, but you know what looked so cool in T2 was that, like, you know, your lead antagonist was like dressed like a cop, you know. He's going around killing people all over the place, and he had just a really cool, sleek look, whereas this guy's look was just kind of boring for the most part, you know. I don't know. All right. But it was nice seeing Linda Hamilton back in there. That was cool. And I like seeing Arnold back. So, you know, that was cool. Those parts of the movie were at least decent, but just overall, just kind of average. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was just kind of like meh, you know. Tommy Boy. Love Tommy Boy. This is like just a go-to throw on. Anytime I just want to laugh, I put this movie on. I love Tommy Boy. Fat guy in a little coat. Fat guy in a little coat. Oh my god. Yeah. Just a great duo, man. Chris Farley, David Spade. Just such a what a great team, you know. You got Chris Farley being the slapsticky type character, and then you got David Spade basically being like the straight man, you know. And he's such a smart ass too. It just works so well. Yeah, love that movie. Then we got Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. May I take your order? I used to watch this. I used to watch all of that on Nickelodeon as a kid. That's what there was a skit on there, like a Good Burger like skit that these guys would do on all that. It was kind of like an SNL show for kids, basically, and they turned that skit into a film, just like SNL would do with a lot of theirs, you know. And yeah, I watched it as soon as I got this in, and it still holds up pretty well. I really like Good Burger. You know, fun kids movie or family movie. You know, it's just still holds up. Still pretty damn funny. All right. Little Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You know, I'll tell you what. This is like a must-watch during the holidays, Christmas or Thanksgiving. It's obviously a Thanksgiving movie, which we have very few of, so I love it. Yeah, just great performances all the way around. I love the heartfelt ending at the end of this movie. You know, spoilers if you haven't seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, but I love at the end of the movie, Steve Martin takes John Candy in, and I don't know, that's just such a nice, like, noble thing, you know. And I feel like I don't know, I just love that ending. I just think I almost think you could have done a spin-off show with, like, Steve Martin, John Candy, like John Candy living in his house, and, like, obviously, like, shenanigans happen, you know, funny things happen, kind of like Family Matters, where, like, Steve Urkel always stops by and he just ruins Carl's day. I kind of picture that, like, this could have easily been a sitcom. I mean, now these two guys are movie stars, obviously, but still, you know what I mean? That would, I could just see a show happening out of that. And I always, in my head, whenever the movie ends, I kind of like to play that out in my mind, like, that, you know, those guys are still living together, you know, like John Candy's still living with Steve Martin and his whole family, and, you know, it's, you know, I don't know, just kind of like a family fun type, you know, cheesy, corny, like one of those 90s shows like Full House, Family Matters, stuff like that. I don't know. Step by Step, you guys remember Step by Step, Day by Day? I mean, I remember all those, like, 90s sitcoms, and that's just what that ending reminded me of. I don't know. All right, we got Event Horizon, one of my favorite like space horror type films, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's just one of my favorite horror films. I mean, I really do love Event Horizon. I think it's excellent. You know, you got Sam Neill, Lawrence Fishburne. Got an excellent cast. I love, like, the claustrophobic feel of it. It's just great performances all the way through. You know, whenever I'm talking about this movie, I always like to say that it's like Hellraiser in space, basically. You know, for those of you who haven't seen it, that's kind of what it's like. Great Steelbook. Yeah, just a fantastic film. And they, you know, Paramount did one of those nice plastic slips to go over it, which I think is cool. You know, kind of like Lionsgate does. And look, I don't give a fuck if they're ripping off Lionsgate or not. Rip them off all you want. If we get more slipcovers on Steelbooks, I'm happy with that. I don't give a shit. You know, call it whatever you want. All right, we got The Ring. Love this horror movie. We got Naomi Watts. Great performance. I really love this film because it's got a Seven type feel to it when it comes to the directing. It's a lot of greens, a lot of blues, very dark and dreary, rainy most of the time. Like, it feels like Seven. It feels like it's in that world, and I love Seven. So, you know, just the cinematography of this film alone, mixed with the great story, and I just think it's such a great remake. I've never seen Ring U, you know, the original, but this is a fantastic remake. So if Ring U is anything like this, then I'm going to love it. And then this is a cardboard slip that goes over it, so a little bit more fragile, but still nice. I like these. Some people don't like the cardboard slips, but I think they're fine. They don't really bother me. I don't know. How about a little Gladiator? Man, this Steelbook's so badass. It's just got, it's hard to tell, but it's got a really nice shine to it. Great back image. Awesome sword and sandals type film. Oh, here, I'll take that out so you guys can actually see some of the back, you know, back artwork there, inner artwork. The tiger. Yeah, really great movie. Russell Crowe, Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix plays the villain. He's fantastic. Definitely check it out. Another movie where sometimes people complain about the ending a little bit, but I liked it. I thought it was good, you know? I mean, what do you expect Joaquin Phoenix to do? He's a, you know, sniveling little shit. You know, I mean, that's how he's going to play dirty at the end. So, you know, that never bugged me. Arrival. Great sci-fi film, really the definition of a sci-fi film too, like just not sci-fi horror, just sci-fi, which is it's so rare that you get like a good one of these that is just story driven, character driven. There are days that define your story beyond your life, like the day they arrive. Yeah, just such a good movie. Oh, there's the sparks again. See, I told you that would come back. They didn't feel like putting any inside artwork there, so they just go with the sparklers. But yeah, I really like this Steelbook. Yeah, definitely check out Arrival. Like I said, it's a purest form of a sci-fi movie because it really is just about the story, the characters, and you know what happens. I don't want to say what happens, but you know. All right, we got Zoolander. Oh my God, what does this say? I'm pretty sure there's a lot more to life than being really, really ridiculously good looking. Derek Zoolander. I got this at Big Lots for $5, so you really can't beat that. Great comedy if you haven't seen it. Really, you know, slapsticky, schlocky kind of comedy, but it's good. You know, he just plays like a fucking moron in the movie, and it's hilarious. You know, a moron with a heart of gold. You know. Then we got Cloverfield. A nice slipcover, plastic this time. We got the monster there. Got the city there, helicopter up top. City's just being destroyed. There's fires everywhere. You can see the creature back there. Got the camera zooming in on it. This is one of those shot on video type films. Basically a Godzilla movie, but you know, shot on camera style, like shaky cam style. Basically just that. A lot of fun. So if you're interested in those big monster kaiju type movies, this is a great one. Definitely high recommend. TJ Miller's in it, and there's some other people too you'll know when you see them. Is that one chick? I think her name's Zoe Deschanel, or no, it might be the other one. There's like Zoe Deschanel and then another chick, and I always get them confused. They kind of look alike or whatever. It might be the other one. I think it is the other one. I don't think it's Zoe Deschanel. I think it's the other one. But they kind of look similar to me. The Running Man. This is another paper slipcover here. You know, cardboard slipcover. It doesn't bother me though. I mean, I don't mind them at all. Then we got right here. This is great. Basically, Arnold is released from a prison, and he's thrown into these. Well, he's not really. He escapes prison, then he gets caught, and then they throw him into these games, which are kind of like what I would compare it to nowadays, just so you have like a frame of reference, is I would compare it to Hunger Games. You know, it's similar to that, where like Arnold gets thrown into these, you know, into these games, or the hunters back here are trying to hunt him down and kill him. But if he manages to defeat all these guys, kill them or escape or whatever, then he gains his freedom back. So it's really good movie, just fun, kind of gives me like Total Recall vibes in a way. I almost feel like they could be in the same world. You know, it kind of feels like that dystopian type future. You don't get a ton of world building in there, but you get that feeling, that impression, you know. But I love The Running Man. Really, really fun movie. Then we have Shooter. I didn't start it, but I mean to see it through. Yeah, really fun action, suspense, thriller type movie. With old Marky Mark, and there's the sparklers again. Yep. And the sparklers. But yeah, really good movie. I really like the setup of this and everything. I don't really want to spoil it because even the setup's kind of part of it, you know, but it's really good. Definitely check out Shooter if you're in the mood for like that kind of action thriller type thing. It won't let you down. Once it gets going, it just doesn't stop, you know. Quiet Place Part 2. Part 2. Right there. I actually prefer this film to the first one. I think A Quiet Place Part 2 is I just think it's better in every way, honestly. I think it's a faster paced story. I think it's a more fun story. It really reminds me a lot of The Walking Dead. Like, it gives me those type of vibes, except for with aliens instead of zombies. But it's just a lot of fun. And another movie that It has a lot of energy to it. Once you get going, it's like a roller coaster ride, you know. Never give up, never surrender. Oh yeah, Galaxy Quest. I love this Steelbook. The purples, you know, you got some greens, some pinks, some yellow a little bit, like, you know, just really nice. It's got a nice shine to it. Never give up, never surrender. Some nice spot gloss. Really fun, family-friendly movie, but legitimately funny, though. Alan Rickman's in it. He's hilarious. Plays like an over-the-top dramatic actor, you know. It's so good. There's the sparkles again, the sparklers again, you know, all that shit. Sparks. And you got Sigourney Weaver. And, of course, Tim Allen. So, yeah, really great movie. All right. It's like a fun, you know, like sci-fi action, but family friendly type movie. It's PG, you know, but it's a good PG, you know what I mean? It's not too kiddie-ish. There's a lot of good adult humor and stuff in there as well. So, The Untouchables. I actually have not seen this film yet. I've been meaning to watch it. I just haven't had the time. But fantastic cast. I love that inside artwork there. You know, I know it's like an old school gangster film. Brian De Palma directed it. I'm a huge Brian De Palma fan. Almost every movie he puts out, almost all of the movies that he directs, I really like. Carrie, Snake Eyes, the Godfather films. I mean, Brian De Palma, he's the man, you know. Yes, but it's got Kevin Costner, Charles Martin Smith, Andy Garcia, Robert De Niro, and Sean Connery. I mean, you know, this is probably the greatest movie ever, and I just haven't seen it yet, so I look forward to checking it out. Then we got Pulp Fiction. Love this movie. Quentin Tarantino, one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino films of all time. It is my favorite Quentin Tarantino. Spoilers, you know, but you know, I don't know if I'll do. Maybe I'll, you know, I don't know if I'll do like a top 10 Quentin Tarantino's or something like that. But I mean, Pulp Fiction. I mean, I've said in multiple videos. I said, you know, but I love Pulp Fiction. You know, it's one of those movies that it just blends everything seamlessly together. I mean, drama, comedy, action, it just everything's in there. Weirdness, you know, with like the gimp and all that shit going down the dungeon there, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like underneath the pawn shop, it's basically a dungeon, you know. I love it. It's just so it's great. The music, the score, you know. I mean, I love the soundtrack to this film is just great. It's just everything about it, you know. Christopher Walken, he carried that uncomfortable hunk of metal up his ass for a year. You know, it's just so funny, man. I mean, it's just so good. You know, Quentin Tarantino, his writing is just the best. I mean, I don't know. No, but to be fair, I would have to go back and rewatch all of his films because who knows? There might be something like Reservoir Dogs, Hateful Eight. I love Django Unchained. I mean, you know, there's a lot of movies that I love of his. You know, you got the Kill Bill. I mean, pretty much all of them. They're all great. Jackie Brown. You know, yeah. I mean, so I don't know if I revisited it's like all of Quentin Tarantino's films. I don't know. Maybe Pulp Fiction. I don't know. It would still be very close to the top, I'm sure, but it'd be interesting to do like a ranking on Quentin Tarantino films. But all right, because I don't know. You know how it goes. I mean, you haven't seen all of his stuff in a while. You might put on like Django Unchained and be like, damn, I forgot just how great this is. Or the Hateful Eight, you know, which I do love the Hateful Eight, you know, or Jackie Brown and be like, oh wow, you know, that blew me away again. You just never know. Sometimes, you know, opinions change, you know, views change, you know, rankings change. You know, I don't know, but I love Pulp Fiction, so I don't know. It'd be interesting. But here we go. We got Scream 5. Scream 5, pretty good. You know, not my favorite Scream film by any stretch. But I think it's a solid movie. I mean, I think it's good. There are some decisions in this film that I really don't like. Mainly with one of our lead characters. I won't spoil it, but just some decisions I don't agree with, and I'm not a big fan of Melissa Barrera as the lead. I think if the directors had hindsight, they would have made Jenna Ortega the lead, but sadly not. But still a fun movie. I mean, it's good. It's still good. I love the opening to it. I think the third act's a lot of fun. It's kind of just that middle chunk that I just think is kind of meh. But it's still a Scream film, and it's still a damn good Scream film. But I don't know. It's how it is with Scream films. It's tough. Like everybody loves the first, the second, and then it kind of gets weird with like third, fourth, and fifth. People put those in all sorts of different places. So, I mean, shit, some people even put the second Scream film above the first one. I remember that was popular for a while too. And speaking of Scream 2, there it is. Great Steelbook. Hello, Sydney. Remember me. Yeah, man, such a great opening. I love the movie theater seats with all the ghost faces back there. That's so good. And then they just got kind of have the classic poster back there, with the two faces. But yeah, no, I mean, Scream 2 is fantastic. Everybody steps up their performances in this movie. Like I said, I love the opening, kills that you get in the movie theater. And I don't know, Jamie Kennedy is excellent in this. Just everybody's so good. Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette. Everybody just steps their games up so much. Yeah, it's and I love that Dewey in this film has a limp too. I bet you that was David Arquette's idea to give Dewey a limp, because he was stabbed in the back and that would have severed some nerves and stuff. So I love that he does that. I think that's such a cool idea. Like, yeah, give him a limp. It shows that there were consequences from that first film. Because originally Dewey was supposed to die in the first Scream film. But they ended up, the audience didn't like that, so they ended up going back and reshooting it, and they showed Dewey living at the end, which, I think worked out great. I mean, I'm a huge Dewey fan, so I really like that. And actually, in the fifth film, I really liked that they made him like a cowboy type character in that. I thought that was really cool, with his like 6-shooter gun and all that type shit. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, Scream, the original, one of my favorite horror films of all time. Do you like scary movies? Absolutely love Scream. From the opening to the third act, just all the way around, I think it's just like a perfect film. I really do. I have no complaints. My only complaint with this is that they did not give us the unrated cut of Scream. And they didn't even give us a Blu-ray, which they did rectify, because in the second and the fifth movies that I just showed, they gave us the Blu-rays for those, But in this first one, it's just the 4K. But it would have been great to get a Blu-ray, not even a 4K, just a Blu-ray of the unrated cut. I would have been really happy with that, but such is life. What are you gonna do? Yeah, just such a man. I love this movie. So many iconic lines. Why'd you have to hit me with the phone, Dick? Just like, your mother was a slutbag whore that flashed her shit all over town like she was Sharon Stone or something. Just so many great lines. I mean, the dialogue is just so snappy. That's the thing about Scream 5 that I thought was missing, was that Kevin Williamson writing, that snappy dialogue. I know he was a part of the crew, but I don't think he really did any of the writing for the film. I think he was just there to kind of help support and stuff. But Yeah, I thought Scream 5 was missing some of that snappy dialogue. Just better characters. You know, I think Kevin Williamson could have written way better characters in his sleep, quite frankly, you know. Yeah, the first film just, I mean, you know, Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, I mean, like, um, you just get so many great performances from that movie. Henry Winkler, you know, I love Henry Winkler as the principal. I mean, that's just so damn good. Um, yeah. So just you know, Scream's great. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's my entire Paramount Steelbook collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you know, hopefully I'll make another video soon. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do my Warner Brothers Steelbooks next or something, or my Universal Steelbooks next. You know, or I don't know. Maybe I'll do something different. I'm not sure, but be on the lookout. I'll be posting something soon, I'm sure, you know. But hey, guys, you know, it was nice, nice making this video, saying hi to all you guys again. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what are some of your favorite Paramount Steelbooks, what you liked in my collection that you might want to pick up. Is this Indiana Jones set really that bad? You know, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.